Hello, welcome, Devil Sniper here, and yes, this is episode number 13 of our career mode with Portsmouth. Thankfully, I got it working. I had a great issue, as you know, in the hour-long episode, which was great fun. The career sort of froze and basically buggered up on me, so thank you, EA, I do appreciate it. You fucked me twice now in this career mode. Can you do it a third time? Hopefully not. So basically, the issue I was having was I replayed the entire hour, and it done exactly the same again, and like a fool I didn't save it, so I retried just playing the first game and doing a game save, and it kept crashing at the final whistle when I was like, do you know what, I'm just going to rage and snap the disc into a gazillion pieces and post it back to EA. But I decided to persevere. I gave it a good few days. I gave it around about 3, 4, 5, 6 days. Managed to get one game recorded and a game saved, which was fantastic. I then chanced my arm again and got another game saved, and it was like, frickin', this is good. And everything seems to be okay. As long as I save the game, do a game save after the game, hopefully, fingers frickin' crossed, we will be able to get a good crack on with this challenge, because it's a challenge I'm really relishing. It's a challenge that has really got me intrigued, and you know, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy by any stretch of the imagination. For those of you new to the channel and don't understand what the challenge is, basically I asked my subscribers for basically you pick, I manage, and it had to have a challenge. The reason I've done Arsenal was because people wanted me to do a 2-season challenge and win silverware. So I'd done the Arsenal one, and there was a few comments for Portsmouth to, you know, take them back to glory, lead them back to glory, and one basically said, get Portsmouth back into the Premier League and win an FA Cup within 5 seasons. Now, I thought that would be quite an easy challenge to begin with, until I actually looked at the financial situation of Portsmouth. And on FIFA, they give you absolutely fricking no money and no wages, no nothing. The club is in an absolute dire situation as it is in the real world, and it's in a dire situation on FIFA 13, and that endeared me even more. And I didn't plan on doing it as early as I have started it, but when Michael Appleton decided to get on his bike and pedal all the way up to Blackpool, I was like, yes, excellent. He bottled it. Time for me to step in. Don't call the A-team, call Devil Sniper, and we will sort it the fuck out. Well, that's the plan. That's the plan anyway. As you can see, it's the plan, even though I go 1-0 down after 55 minutes. Gotta say, Preston, oh my days, they were so hard to play against. Really made it difficult for me. I haven't played a lot, obviously, with Portsmouth since that 1 hour, and I found it difficult to adapt because I was expecting players to be moving left, right, centre. I was expecting pace and power. I was expecting Emenike. I was expecting Filippo. And obviously, you know, I haven't got that, but I have got Lucas Piazon, and I tell you what, who's fantastic, but Piazon there just missed an absolute sitter. I couldn't believe he missed that. His left foot, strong foot as well. He should have put that in the bottom corner, but he didn't, unfortunately, and we lost that game, which was a great shame, and we have to move on to MK Dons. So yes, as I was saying, it's a really tough challenge, and it's something I'm really relishing, and I'm looking forward to getting a good crack on with it now, because we're not going to be doing one of those takeovers where you get millions of pounds, because that's unrealistic. It's not part of the fun. It's not part of the enjoyment. It's about earning your results in the mud, you know, digging deep, playing games, working on it week in, week out, you know, finding youth players, finding free agents, relying on your scouts. Perhaps we will buy a future star, but we might do that when it gets into a championship, because the one I did actually purchase from the EASFC went to Arsenal, which was really freaking annoying, but it's one of those things, another little EA anomaly, but what can you do? What can you do? But look at this from Piazon, sorry, I do apologise, it's Piazon. Look at that goal from Lucas. He really has got a tank left foot. I'm really enjoying playing with him, and he's growing so rapidly, it's ridiculous. I don't get it. It's as if he's, I don't know, Jack in the Beanstalk. He is just like the beanstalk, growing at 1 billion miles now. He really is fantastic. One of my favourite players, I've got to say, in career mode has to be Tony Watt. Yes, I know he's not going to be the greatest player in career mode. Yes, he may not be the greatest player as a standard player, but I tell you what, playing with him, he is fantastic. He has such a great, silky feel to him. It's brilliant. Same with Sebastian Lletget. I love Lletget. Never really made it in my West Ham career mode, but that's really difficult when you've got the likes of Diarmi, Noble, Nolan, and you bring in such fantastic players. But I'll tell you what, for Portsmouth, he's doing an absolutely crackerjack job. Look at this from Taylor. That is purely sexy. That really is purely sexy. Who says you can't finesse in this game? And Taylor's finesse shot on his left foot, his weaker foot, I have to say at times, is absolutely atrocious. But the one time I needed him to go big with the finesse on the left foot, he went huge. And we won 2-0 against MK Dons, which was fantastic. What a way to bounce back after a disappointing result against Preston North End. And as you can see, the transfer window is finally open. And we have no money to work with anyway, so not really bothered about it, to be honest, because there's really nothing we can do. Rub it in, Man City going for Ozil. Do you know what I mean? Jesus, we have no way of doing it, of going for an Ozil. But I did decide to go to the board, cap in hand, and say, come on, give us a few quid. Now, I put down $500,000, and I thought, you know, out of $500,000, perhaps we will get, you know, perhaps 200,000, 300,000, which, to be honest with you, is asking a lot when you consider the club is in such dire problems, dire straits, that you're really not going to get that sort of money. So hopefully they will come back with that sort of money, and I'll be overjoyed, and we'll be able to do something. But we'll just have to see. And we have a really tough away game against Leyton Orient, and if you've been following this series, you will know that our away form is absolutely magnificent. Alright, okay, perhaps I'm pulling your leg. Our away form is absolutely dismal. Our away form is atrocious. One of the things we're going to have to survive on in this league is our home games and our home form. We're going to have to win a huge majority, at least a 70% majority of our home games, which doesn't allow for many slip-ups, and there's some decent teams in this division. But look at the beautiful play. And that's one of the things I found against Leyton Orient, is the fact they just constantly cut down all the space. They made it really, really difficult. Look at the way they're defending. Look at the way they're defending. You know, they're not allowing too much space, too much time. But to be fair, you shouldn't really give Lucas any space, any time at all, because he will absolutely punish you. And his left foot is just unbelievable. It's like a hammer. Leggett, Lucas and Tony are just like a hammer combination. They really are just so freaking amazing. Really, really great. Poor defending allows Leyton Orient straight back in, and to be fair, pretty much of a gift of a goal. That was really, really disappointing. Really slack defending, something that I'm pretty much renowned for. And as you can see, I didn't want half-time to get in the way of the absolutely amazing content that Portsmouth would distribute. And look at Tony Watt with that silky turn. Nearly breaks through. So he's got that little burst just when he needs it. He's more agile than he's given credit for. He's really good with both feet as well. He's such a surprising player. Honestly, if you've got fuck all money and you're in, say, the same league as myself with Portsmouth, or you're a league below her, honestly, get Tony Watt. If you can buy him, he's only $500,000. Look at that goal. The dude is worth $500,000 just for that goal. He scored so many goals for us. Bearing in mind, he was out for so long. It's ridiculous. He's just an absolute... I can't rave about him enough. To be honest, Leggett, Lucas and Tony Watt have been the absolute lifesavers. And speaking of Leggett, he's fallen over. And that looks pretty bad. He looks like he's grabbing his hamstrings to me. And he looks in immense pain, which is a great, great shame. But nonetheless, we managed to win 2-1. Goals from Lucas, goals from Tony. What more could you want? Absolutely fantastic. 2 wins out of a possible 3. You know, 6 points from a possible 9. Gotta say, I'm really, really happy with that. And as you can see, they said it's fractionally a bit excessive in our current financial situation, which I guess, let's be honest, we all knew they were going to say that. And look at this. Jesus freaking Christ. If the job wasn't hard enough to begin with, Leggett is out for 3 months with a torn hamstring. A torn hamstring. The job has just got so much harder. So much harder. So I went back to the board and thought, come on, let's be realistic. 200k. That should easily give me at least 50k, 50, 60k. Got to give me something to work with. We need something to work with. And one of the players that I really, really want to bring in, or a player I want to bring in, or a player position I should say I want to bring in, is a left back. Plainly because John Hartley is sort of pretty much becoming a plate of jelly. The curse of EA has struck him. It doesn't matter how well he plays, how good he does, his statistics just constantly go down and down and down and down, which is really, really annoying because he is fantastic. He really has played so well, but everything is going down and it's actually starting to cause an issue with him in left back, which is a great, great shame. And it's really devastating because I absolutely adore him. I think he's brilliant. He's doing me such a great job. And I found this Bolivian lad. Left back, 24 years old, so there's no danger of his statistics going down. Don't get me wrong, he's not the greatest looking player. Stamina-wise is one of the reasons that I was attracted to him, because of the 90 stamina, and that is very, very important. Hopefully we'll be able to get some cash in, make a negotiation, and get on with the season, because I'm looking forward to getting on with the season, and I hope you really enjoyed this, guys. And I, of course, will catch you later.